It's okay. I get it. It's so hard, you guys. I'm actually not I'm not mad at you guys or anything like that. I just really want you to learn. I'm afraid that you're going to go back and just be so like it's been a really long time and since you've been in school. So I totally understand. It's super hard to be at home. I can't imagine being a student at home right now. And I'm being serious. I cannot imagine. Sometimes when you guys unmute, I can hear so much noise that I'm wondering how in the world are you even not you specifically, I mean kids in general. So I kind of understand a little bit of what you're going through because I have my son here, but nothing really because I'm the teacher. It's easier for me. So what we're trying to decide right now, because expository text is actually a huge part of sixth grade. So what expository text does is it explains something or it defines something or it can give information about a topic. So we just read that paragraph. I'm going to share my screen again. We just read the paragraph about up and in that instance, we were, where did it go? Why is it stuck? Okay. We were talking about this paragraph right here that I'm circling. I'm going to go back onto not sharing my screen just because I'm doing this. So you are going to write a paragraph just like this one. And that's why I'm giving you this. It's actually really important that you know what this is. So guys, why don't you all stand up for a minute? If you're sitting, you're tired. I can tell. Patrick, you need to stand up too. Patrick, yes. The reason that you're not paying attention right now, Patrick, is because you are sitting down and you're too comfortable. And that's how my son gets the same way. In between every class, I make him do jumping jacks and burpees. So if you don't know what a burpee is, like a jumping jack, then you have to get down on the floor, do a push-up. Then you put your feet, you jump to your hands and stand back up. You do those over and over again. Otherwise, he is either falling asleep or off the wall, just out of control. So if you guys are feeling either one of those, like out of control and antsy, getting up and moving around is super important. If you're falling asleep, it's super important too. All right. So again, this is due at the end of this class. So let's go ahead and get going on it. All right. So what you're going to do right now is in this paragraph that we just did, this one right here, guys, this one, the one we just read, you need to bold. So you're going to highlight and like if you want to bold something, you have to highlight it and then go up here to this to bold. So you're going to bold the topic sentence. Okay. And then the topic sentence states the main idea. So you're going to bold that. You're going to underline the details and examples from the film. What are the details? What are the examples? Underline those. You're going to highlight the commentary about how the external forces cause the character to change. So Carl, and then bold and underline any transition words. Okay. So right now on your piece of paper it's not even a piece of paper, on your digital copy, everyone highlight the topic sentence. The topic sentence states the main idea. Okay. So highlight that right now. On your own work, you're going to highlight it. When you've highlighted it and you know what sentence that is, go ahead and share it with the class. It's okay if not everybody has it because we're going to write our own paragraphs. So let's see. Thank you all for putting your hand in the chat. What is a topic sentence? Haley.
In this story, the topic sentence would, hold on, my page just like went out for some odd reason.
That's okay.
Okay, so for mine, I did in Up the Film, Carl Fredrickson life changes due to several external changes.
That's right. So if you haven't done so yet, please go ahead and you're going to highlight that, okay, with your cursor, and then go up to the B to make it bold. Thank you, Haley. That's exactly it. So then we're going to underline any details and examples that are from the film. So the details and examples directly from the film. So what are those? Go ahead and do it Now, underline those. Underline the examples and the details that are directly from the film. Esau, are you going to the bathroom? Okay. I love you, baby. No, I'm just letting them have a second to do something. I'm going to go back now. Okay. So can anyone go ahead and put your hand in the chat, even if you just have one thing so far, okay? Even if you just got one thing that is underlined, any detail, sorry, one detail or one example from the film. So what is one that you have, Aiden?
Something that I put down was she makes Carl join a club.
Absolutely. Very good. So we're going to start right here. She makes Carl a member of their club. I would even say, and doesn't give him any choice about it, because we saw that. So nice. Thank you so much. Okay, so we are going to, what does it say to do? Underline. So we're going to go to the U and underline that. Thank you. Are there any other examples? Patrick.
That was pretty much what I underlined.
Okay, so put your hand down if you are in the chat, but that was your example. But I'll go ahead and call on the next person. Let's see, Lucas.
I underlined she pushed him to get onto plank to get its balloon.
And did we also see that he broke his arm?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to highlight that and then go up to underline. Lucas, thank you for that. Okay, are there any? Oh, go ahead. Okay, so if there are there any other examples are there any other examples directly from the film? So put your hand down if you don't have any other examples. Keep it up if you do. So Rohan, did you have any other examples?
No, I don't.
Okay. So let's move on. So now we're going to highlight commentary. So commentary in this case is are the words that explain how the external force causes the character to change. So commentary about how the external forces cause the character to change. Okay? So are there any examples in this paragraph? Are there any examples of commentary explaining how the external forces cause the character to change? Go ahead and do that now. There are. I'll just tell you, yes, there are. So when you have that done, you're going to highlight it. You don't have to choose yellow, but you can. And once you have that done, go ahead and put your hand in the chat so you can let us know. Okay, Haley, thank you so much. Can you share with me what you highlighted?
I highlighted in the last sentence that she is making his life more of an adventure.
Absolutely, that's it. Good job. Ellie, she is making his life more of an adventure. So you don't need to highlight the although this seems like a bad thing, because that actually doesn't explain how she made his life change. This does, though. It says she's making his life more of an adventure. That is a good change. It doesn't have to be a good change, but that is a change. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight that. And I like to choose yellow. It's easy for me to see. And that's it. Now the last part is bold and underline transition word. So I would love to hear from someone who knows what that is. What is a transition word? You all have access to Google, so that's an acceptable thing to do right now. So that I'm not the only one sharing information, you guys can all open up a tab. What is a transition word? You definitely have learned this before, but I understand how it's easy to forget something when you're not practicing it. Hannah, thank you. What is a transition word?
Although.
Can you say that again?
Although.
What is a transition word though? What does it mean? Like how I'm trying to, and Hannah, you are absolutely correct. So thank you. But can someone explain it to me? What is a transition word? So if you were teaching another student in this class, how would you say it so that they could understand it? Macy, I'm going to go ahead and I haven't heard from you today. So thank you so much for putting your hand in the chat. What is a transition word?
A transition word is a kind of word that helps connect or link ideas, phrases, sentences, or paragraphs.
What the heck? Your voice.
Connor.
It was great. What the heck?
Connor.
What?
Connor.
My end just blew up with noise.
Okay, let me mute you.
What did you say?
I'm using one of the.
What just happened?
I am using one of the strategies that you guys taught me in my class on Monday. So thank you guys. Let's see. I don't see it now. Why is that not there? Okay, Connor. I understand that her voice sounded funny, but that literally happens during every single Zoom meeting I have ever been on. And I'll tell you something, I've been on a lot of Zoom meetings lately. So when that happens, we've all heard the same thing. We're just going to let that go and just move on from there, okay? Let's have, Macy, I do appreciate the effort. Aiden, let's go ahead and have you go just because I think your mic usually consistently works.
A part of speech introduces words, links words or phrases, and sentences, I think.
Yeah, and it's in this, a lot of times it's linking one idea to a different idea. So it's like changing the subject slightly, if you think of it like that. Instead of just randomly talking about something else, you use a transition word. So I think it was Hannah who pointed out that in this case, although is what we're looking for. So if you come down here, it says, she also pushes him to walk the plank to get his balloon, which is how he breaks his arm. So we're talking about, wow, she pushed him to break his arm. And then we're going from one really bad thing to a very good thing. And it's too much of it would be very odd to just say, she is really making his life more of an adventure. That's weird. That sounds so weird if you think about it. So let's read it without the transition. It would say, she also pushes him to walk the plank to get his balloon, which is how he breaks his arm. She is really making his life more of an adventure. See what I mean? That transition is important. You need to have that little explanation in there. So you're acknowledging, although this seems like a bad thing, there's the transition. She really is making his life more of an adventure. So this is a transition word, okay? And those are very important with writing. And it says that we need to bold and underline.
Wait, Mrs. Mingo, are you sharing your screen?
I am.
We can't see anything.
Oh my goodness. I apologize.
Oh, I didn't realize you were sharing the screen.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Just
a black screen.
you're talking.
Your goes off. There we go.
Yeah, we can see it now.
I feel like I'm constantly confused with this recording because I'm recording. So it's actually telling me you're sharing your screen, but I'm not sharing it with you. I'm sharing it with Screencastify. So that's why I got confused because it is telling me I'm sharing. Okay, so I apologize for that. Now I'm sharing with you and I'm also sharing with Screencastify. Okay, so I'll go ahead and repeat that because that was weird. So right here, I'm hoping you guys can see me. Got the red, the little red. Okay, there. She also pushes him to walk the plank to get his balloon, which is how he breaks his arm. So the although right here is the transition. Now, if we took that transition out, it would be really weird because it would say how he breaks his arm, and she's really making his life more of an adventure. The although, which is the transition, allows the writer to change from bad to good in this case. Okay, so you guys are actually going to do the exact same thing. Okay, except you're going to use your notes to write one paragraph down here. Whoops. Save and close. Down here, you're going to write your paragraph, and you're going to talk about the internal changes that Carl has or experiences, okay? So work with your class to write another paragraph explaining how Carl Fredrickson's life changes from the internal forces in the film up. Now, obviously, we didn't watch it all, but we weren't even supposed to watch it all, so we're actually good. Here's what you need to do. You need to do exactly what we just did up here. So that's why you had to highlight and underline so you would remember what each thing was. So the first thing you do is you write if you need a key, it's right here. You write a topic sentence that states the main idea. So you're going to need to look at your notes. You don't know what the main idea is right now. You have not come up with it yet. Go ahead and take a look at your notes on the internal changes. So the change that happens because of Carl's decision making. What did he do in his own life to change? That he made the change. It wasn't because of Ellie. He decided to do what? So you're going to go ahead and take a look at your notes. You need to have details and examples from the film. Those are your notes. Those are already done. If you don't remember where those are, they are right. This is it right here. This is what we've been working on the last 2 days. So we have the meeting Ellie notes. Mine are blank because I did it on paper, but we've got the meeting Ellie notes. We've got the scenes from their lives. And we've got the construction. We've done all those. The only part we didn't get to was the house lifting up and away. And that's okay. These are more than enough details to write one paragraph. So you're going to take a look at your notes here. Specifically right here. Here are the internal forces, or the notes you're specifically going to look at. Okay?
Excuse me, Miss Mingle.
Yes.
Excuse me. Is it fine if we go because we only have 1 more minute till our next class starts?
Yes, of course. Thank you, guys.
All right, bye.
Bye. Bye, Jared. Thank you, guys. So the only thing you're doing right now is you're going to read your internal the notes about the internal forces of change in Carl's life and decide what your topic sentence will be. What will your main idea be? In their main idea, it says, in the film Up, which you may copy that. You may use that exact wording. Carl Fredrickson's life changes due to several external forces. And then you're going to go ahead and give me some examples. So in your box right here, you should be able to write in it. I did click text box, so if you can't write in it, you can just scroll down and write underneath it, but you should be able to. That is a text box. And you're going to go ahead right now and write your topic sentence. And you may use this for an example to help you, okay? We're not going to share ours yet, so I would like to see what you guys can do on your own. What would your topic sentence be in this case? Remember, internal is what we're looking at. Let's see. If you are in the chat right now, but you don't have a question about what we're doing, can you please put your hand down? And then I can call on the people who need help. Connor, do you need help? Hunter, are you there? Lucas, did you need help?
Yeah, I can't type in the text box.
I thought that happens, but I did add a text box. That's fine. If you can delete it, go ahead and delete it and just write there. I think if you put, I'm not sure. Go underneath it. You should be able to. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm talking.
Sorry, I have a solution.
Okay.
I have a solution for that.
Okay. Can you tell me, Braylon? You said you had a solution. I was waiting.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
So if you look around, there should be a text box looking thing. So I know there's a text box. You kind of just have to look around, and after you drag it, you can drag it down, and you can click on it, and you can.
The text box is right here. Insert. It's insert and then drawing and then new, and then you're supposed to be able to put it in, right? Isn't that what it is?
Nope.
No? Okay.
I think it's for drawing, not typing.
Cool, but okay. So insert and then what is it? Text box?
Yeah, there's in the top. There should be a thing.
Click on it.
That's what I thought. Aiden, if you double click on it, did it work?
Yeah, double click on it.
That's what I thought because when
It's frozen. Or is that just me?
I can drag it. Oh yeah, you double click on it. There's a thing that says text box.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Click on it, and there's this arrow on the screen. And then if you have a mouse, you left click and hold it and drag it out however far you want. But if you're on trackpad, you do the left corner, or you click on it first, do the left corner and drag it.
Thank you guys.
No problem.
I don't know if it's just me, but your screen's frozen.
Mine or wait, whose?
Oh, no.
Yeah, this.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, it's good now. I think.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And also, Mrs. Mango, I can type, but I don't like the text box isn't there, but I can like type.
Okay, that's fine. If you don't type in the text box, I'll still be able to see it. It's okay. And then let's see, Lucas, did you have a question?
No.
Okay, Faisal, did you have another one?
Yeah. So is it about the external change? So what Ellie did to him, or is it what? Yeah, is it what Ellie did
No,
to him?
we're writing
right?
about internal. We're only worried about internal. So internal is what happens inside of yourself. So in this case, we're talking about Carl. What were the changes that happened to Carl? So if you look at your notes, let's see. So hold on, I'm gonna mute you because I can't. Hold on a second. Sorry, I muted you because I can't hear. So 1 second. Internal forces, so Carl's own decisions. So you're going to talk about Carl's own decisions or Carl's emotions that cause him to change. So his decisions or emotions that cause him to change. So what in the story was specifically because of his own emotions or his own actions, not Ellie's or anyone else's? That's what we're talking about here, okay? So if you have a question, let's see. Aiden.
No, never mind.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. I just want to see what you guys can do on your own since we did one together. Now I want to see what you can do on your own. So we're actually not going to share out. Okay. So if you've got that topic sentence done now you're going to start adding in the details. So we're talking about the internal forces here, okay? And it says be sure to include a topic sentence. So if you've got that down, that's great. That's a general subject of the paragraph. And it also has to state the main idea. Then you're going to use supporting details and examples from your graphic organizer. So those are your own notes, the ones that we did in class the last 2 days. Take a look at the internal examples that you gave. You literally just have to transfer those over. You've already done the work. You've found the examples. Write about those now. They can be word for word because those are already your words. So just transfer that information over. So what choices did he make? How did he change his own life? That's what you're talking about now. So you're going to give some examples. And then this is going to be the part that you're going to do that's new. I'm going to just highlight it in blue so you can see it. Commentary are your own words. You are going to write now, how did his choices make the character change? That's going to be your own. Once you write down the examples from the story, then talk about how it made him change. Or whether it was good change, maybe bad change.
It's my clothes. It's mine.
It's
my clothes.
Isa, I'm teaching. Thank you. And I'm recording. Sorry, you guys. This does not have to be a perfect paragraph. We will edit tomorrow. I just want you to get your basic information down. So if you have spelling errors, grammatical errors, I'm okay with that for now. I just want you to get the information down. So I do want you to have I want you to have what we just talked about. So it's going to be these things, the topic sentence, and I want details from the story. And I do want you to explain how that made him change, but I'm not going to be looking for transition words today. And I'm not going to be looking for spelling or correct grammar. Just get everything down right now, okay? We can polish this up later. Okay. I just want to say bye. Oh, it's so funny that she's switching on. Okay, guys, we are going to stop here, but I do want you to finish that. I want you to finish it in a minute if you haven't already. So I do want you to do this because I'm going to take a look at it while you guys are working on your early human stuff. Finish it right now. I wanted to to stop for a minute because I know that we're running over. I just wanted to have a complete lesson for once without being interrupted. You know how our days are so short now. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a 3-minute break. I am going to hop on to all of your work just to check in and see if I think that you're understanding this. You all need to have something down at this point because I would like to give you guys feedback. Again, I'm not looking for spelling errors or anything like that. I'm going to stop sharing here.